What's up, Keep Pounding crew? We're back today with another video. Keep pounding. Today's topic is the new GM that was signed for the Carolina Panthers. If you like the channel, if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, select all, leave a comment down below if you feel like doing so. And let's dive on in. Now, who is Scott Fitterer? Scott Fitterer, our new GM, was personally responsible, along with several other Seattle people, during the time, for drafting the Legion of Boom and Russell Wilson. How did he accomplish this? By trading down. This guy is a master at trading down and finding gems in a coal mine down in the later rounds. But don't just take my word for it. Let Big Cat break it down for you. We'll be breaking down his video on the Keep Pounding Facebook page tonight at 9:15, as well as doing a mock draft with a friend of mine, Kenny. So I encourage you all to go check out the page if you haven't already. We do polls, we do opinions, we do in-game posts and reactions to the games, and we also do streams. So please come check that out. And it is Keep Pounding in all capital letters, and it's on Facebook. We'll be doing that tonight. But Scott Fitterer has been moving up the chain every single year. And I mean, it's not a coincidence this guy gets promoted every year. He is a very, very good scout of college football players. He's been given scouting permissions. He's been given free agency permissions. And it's going to be real interesting to see what happens. Now, Tepper emphasized that he wants everybody to be on the same page. And even though they disagree, but they need to at least discuss it, you know? And I believe that Scott will be that perfect link in the chain to make things work. He'll be that Bob the Builder that we're looking for. And why do I say that? Look at his draft history. And again, we'll be breaking that down later on. But, you know, when you look back at those past drafts and you see Cam Chancellor, you see players like Russell Wilson, you see players that are Pro Bowlers now, you know, and it's not a coincidence. DJ Metcalf, who is now one of the top 10 wide receivers in the league, this man was responsible for drafting him, for finding him and making sure that he gets drafted. I think we got a winner here, folks. This is my type of GM. One that trades down and knows what he's after when he trades down. You know, he's not just looking for a certain player to fill a position like our old general manager Marty was. No. This guy is looking for a gold mine player. A player that will end up in a Pro Bowl, and a player that will last in our franchise. And you look at how successful Seattle has been over these years since 2001, and a huge chunk of that success was him. I'm excited. You should be too. After looking at all the moves he made, I think we made the right choice. I know some of y'all wanted Adam Peters. I did too originally. But once we saw what Scott brings to the table, it was just undeniable that this was the right pick for general manager. So much so that even though Tepper and Matt Rule were at odds, according to a tweet posted earlier this week, one of them wanted a scouting type, and one of them wanted an analytical type. We don't know if Scott is more of a analytical type to produce the scouting that he does. We don't know, but hey, to see the day after they interview him on Zoom, to have him flown to Charlotte and immediately give him a contract after the second interview, expedited. They already said that they were going to make an announcement for GM on Friday. Keep that in mind. On Friday. So, I mean, it's not a coincidence. We found our guy. And I could not be more thrilled right now, because I see a huge positive future coming for this team. Now, some of y'all aren't going to like the fact that we're trading down as much as we are. It's going to drive y'all bananas. But I'm going to tell you, when you see the players he drafts and the results that these players produce on the field, you're going to think twice. Now, personality-wise, I don't know what these players are going to be like. But I can tell you we're going to be drafting some winners as far as talent on the field. So, be ready. April's going to be interesting in a variety of ways. Number one reason is because Urban Meyer has taken the job in Jacksonville. As many of you know, he still has not decided which quarterback he wants to draft. He's got the option between Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence. The Jets, meanwhile, have decided to keep Sam Darnold. So that means Sewell from Oregon will likely go to the Jets. Unless they're going to pick something else which makes no sense, which is typical of the Jets organization management. But this leaves Trevor Lawrence or Mark Fields open to the next four teams. Whichever one doesn't get drafted is going to get interest from the Falcons. So they could get interest from a couple of other teams before we get a chance at him. So this could be real interesting, folks. At number 8, don't be surprised when we trade down that number 8 pick with Scott. Don't be surprised. I'm not. But I highly encourage us to go after Chaz Surratt, the linebacker from North Carolina, in the second round. I highly encourage that because we need a leader. And Chaz Surratt checks all those boxes as far as a middle linebacker is concerned. He's got the speed. He's got the knowledge. He's got the technique. He's got the tackling. He checks all the boxes, folks. This is what we want to replace Luke Kuechly and Thomas Davis. This is the start to rebuilding our linebacking core. Is Chasserat. I'm telling you. You can look at his numbers. You can look at his film. And I'm telling you, every single mock draft I have chosen this guy and I've been happy with it. So, Scott, if you're listening, there's your radar. Put this man on your radar. You will not regret it. And as an organization, we love North Carolina and Southern players to be on our roster. So, it's not a coincidence this man should show up right around the time that we're going to draft in the second round. So, I'll be disappointed if we don't take him, but I won't be frustrated. You know, if you think you found something better, Scott, go for it. But honestly, I think Chaz is the answer in second round. But I'll be posting out videos right before the draft explaining what my choices are and why I chose those players and what possible scenarios could happen to where we would have a chance to get these players. You know, it's kind of a roadmap to what could be available and where. But you don't have to follow that roadmap. And I definitely encourage you, deviate if you need to, Scott. Because if we find the right players and they aren't on my radar, by all means, I will applaud you all day if they pan out well. And I will give you all the credit in the world. So, I'm starting out very optimistic. I've got high expectations for you, Scott. Let's see what happens. But, yeah, those videos will come towards April, the start of April. So be looking for those then. I haven't completely planned out how I'm going to do those yet. But I'll make the announcement around the end of February how those videos are going to come out. And you'll see it on the Keep Pounding Facebook page. So be looking for that. And, of course, any new content that pops up, I'll be doing a video on. If it is deemed important enough for our fans to know. That being the case, we'll end this video on an optimistic note. I believe that this organization is on the right track to go forward. I believe that this is a process. This is a marathon, not a sprint. I think we're going to find what we want in these next two drafts with Scott. So, here's hoping, Panthers fans. Here's hoping for a better future. Keep pounding.